At this point, we are pretty much aware that the Skull Knight is King Geyserich, and the priest that was sentenced to torture by the king is none other than the God Hand Void. Now, what transpired between the two is important because one theory that I have is that in creating the previous Falconia, King Geyserich and the Skull Knight worked together in a similar vein as Griffith and Sonia. Geyserich was the all-encompassing conqueror, and the priest was the one who rallied people and motivated them to follow the king. Apart from that, he was the chief strategist, making sure that all of his conquests and campaigns were well thought out and implemented properly. However, when they had finally formed Falconia, things took a turn for the worst for the priest, as he now had to indulge in court politics instead of focusing on conquests. Now, Geyserich was the king and had a lot of people plotting to gain favor with him. When such forces of friction came in between the two, the vision that the priest had for the kingdom got muddled up, and what was left was a brutal regime that aimed at ruling Falconia and the world through force. It's important to know that King Geyserich wasn't a great ruler, but rather a brutal authoritarian. Geyserich, in his hubris, wanted to gain more power and territory by any means, and one means that he found was the use of magical powers. The priest did not like him dabbling in magic one bit, which is part of the reason why the Holy See religion and all its repression came after Void's ascension, and also explains why most of the Holy See structures were built on top of places where magical forces were strong. In turn, it also explains Griffith's hatred for magic. When dabbling with magic, King Geyserich had gone too far, and with Flora by his side, he got himself the Berserker armor, which he used to conquer more and more of the world. Once things got out of hand, Void, as the priest, started up the Holy See religion from within Falconia, which aimed at dissent against magic and Geyserich himself. Seeing this growing dissent, Geyserich, on the orders of his court advisors, had him sentenced to be tortured. The face of Void at present is very disfigured, and there's a chance he got the same treatment as Griffith. Upon witnessing all of that being done to him on the orders of a friend, the priest finally snaps and calls forth his behelit, which I'm assuming he had already, or got due to circumstance, or was gifted to him by Geyserich when he started dabbling in magic. He used that behelit to summon the 4 angels, or the 4 members of the God Hand, which in turn caused the eclipse, and caused Geyserich to lose everything that he once had. Long theory, but let me know what you guys think.